Here's an example of how a manager can inspire trust between manager and employee. I'm excited to have you on board this team, and I expect us to help the company with an even better service aligned with the new company strategy. I know that I will be very proud of reaching that together with you. I've learned and I believe that trust is very important between two people working together. And what I would like to contribute with is that you are satisfied with what you do. And I'll do my best to support you in that and not be the cause of any frustration. And to do that, I have to get to know you better. How you work, how you prefer our relationship to be, and what you expect from me. At the same time, you don't know me and my expectations for our relationship. What do you say if we shared our expectations with one another?
Yes, that is all right with me. I don't know what you mean exactly, but trust is very important to me too.
Let's see how it goes. And then if you find it awkward, you can just tell me. I'll ask you a lot of questions first to get to know what is important to you and to find out if I'm able to honor your expectations. Afterwards, I'll tell you what my expectations are, what makes me trust people, and what can frustrate me. Is that okay for you?
Yes, that sounds fine.
Start by thinking about a team you've been in or a place where you were really satisfied with the working relationship with the manager. It can also be something you've seen in the television or a story you've been told where you believe that the manager would have suited you. You probably have some thoughts now about what you expect from me as a manager.
Yes, I have a good idea about it.
Okay, so what is most important for you to be able to trust me as a manager?
I want you to inform me changes as soon as you know them.
Why is that important for you?
I saw a movie once where workers were to build a bridge together and very fast. The leader was extremely good at telling people what was going on and what to do next. I believe that most managers are sitting in their offices instead, and you don't really know what is going on.
What do I concretely have to do to earn your trust in this way?
I would prefer if you called in for a weekly meeting to tell us what is going on. Even if you have no news, it's just to say that this is the case.
What more should I do for you to trust me?
That you are involving me and not giving me orders.
Why is that important to you?
I get really frustrated if people are addressing me as though I was worth less than them. I believe that I'm clever in what I do, and that I can come up with great ideas myself.
How do you want me to involve you?
I want you to ask for my ideas and listen to them. You can give me your ideas also, and we can discuss the best solution. I would like to try my ideas if we do not agree.
Okay, and what more should I do to earn your trust?
Well, I think that is the most important. If you listen to me and respect me, and if we can discuss the pros and cons, then I will most probably trust you. Well, it's also important that things do not get too serious. I believe that everything is possible, and if it gets too serious or too dramatic, I lose my faith, energy, and creativity, and I don't like deadlines hanging over my head constantly.
What kind of behavior from me as a manager would really frustrate you?
If you're controlling and monitoring what I do,
Why is that?
I believe that I'm a responsible person, and if I need help, I will tell you.
What if I'm curious about what you do?
That's fine with me. I love curious people and to tell them what I do. I'm normally proud of my work, and I don't mind other people giving me new ideas either. It is just the controlling part I don't like.
And what more would frustrate you?
That will be if you take decisions regarding my work without consulting me first.
What do you exactly mean by that?
I had a manager who believed that he was the expert at my work. He wasn't. I was. He took some bad decisions that I later had to fix.
How do you feel when this happens?
I get furious.
What do you normally do then?
I tend to lose my temper a lot, and I say unpleasant things and gossip with others.
What would you prefer to do?
I would prefer that my manager talk to me on equal terms. And I would also like to be able to control my temper. And I actually hate gossip, but I can't help it when I get real frustrated.
Given that I managed to support you in a way that means trust between us, what does that mean for you?
I know that I will work harder and more dedicated. If I have to constantly look over my shoulder, I'm not the employee I want to be.
I believe that I can meet you on most of your important requests, and I'm curious about whether I can meet you on two of them. I've been told that I'm good at informing employees on what is going on, and a weekly meeting is actually a great idea. I'm not known for giving orders. Instead, you can expect that I set a clear direction that is aligned with the company's strategy. If you're ever feeling that it sounds like an order, I would like to know about it, because this is not what and who I want to be. I honestly believe that all people are equal. We just have different responsibilities. One of my responsibilities is to take decisions on behalf of the team. I normally do that by involving people. Even with the unpleasant things, you can expect me to tell you what is not up for discussion, neither for me nor you, and that we will discuss how to deal with the change anyway. There will most probably also be situations where I have to take a decision where I cannot involve you. My hope is that you will not see this happen very often. I want to involve you and the rest of the team because I believe that you are experts at your jobs and that you also are responsible people. I'm a bit uncertain whether or not I can live up to your expectations on not being too serious. I have heard that my facial expression can be very serious, and I often enjoy other people taking the seriosity out of a conversation. How important is it for you that I master this?
Now that I know that you're only looking serious, I can better adjust to that.
Please tell me then, in case you cannot adjust to me, and we'll find a way.
I will do that.
I know that I will not be able to live up to the expectations of having no deadlines, since I know that with the continuous changes, there will be expectations for deliveries. Both you and I have to live up to deadlines. What I will do is to hold back on deadlines set by me just because I feel like it. You can expect that the deadlines I set or we set jointly are closely linked to the job we have to do. When the going gets tough, we talk about how to do it. How can you work without having that commitment from me about no deadlines?
I guess I have to live with that. I know that I can come and talk to you if the pressure is too high, and that's the most important for me.
Fine. Now I will tell you how I normally trust people. I trust people when they tell me what is on their mind and when they're not afraid of me as a manager. It makes me sad if people are afraid that I will think badly of them if they tell me things. Also about my personal behavior. I want to be better, and I can't do that without people telling me how. At the same time, I trust people when they deliver on promises. I know that it's not possible to do that always, but then I expect people to step forward and discuss what possible solutions there can be, and as early as possible. I also trust people when they're brave enough to talk about personal matters that influences work. If there is a potential conflict, or an ongoing one, I expect people to talk about it with each other and not gossip with someone else. I get really, really furious when that happens because I know that people feel bad and that we as a team is less productive. I lose trust in people who are not being direct or if they're not telling the whole truth. It could be, for example, by not telling me about a delay in progress for an important delivery, or if I find out that people are talking about me and not addressing me directly. I also lose trust if people are not dedicated to their work. I would rather prefer to help people find a place where they enjoy their job. If I lose trust, I will try and restore it by asking for a dialogue. How do you think that my expectations can be doable for you?
I haven't been in a team where there's an open dialogue, as you suggest. That would be interesting, and I'm looking forward to it. I'm not sure if I can live up to it if other people are not.
What about my other expectations?
I'm not afraid that I cannot live up to the rest. I just hope that you will tell me if you don't think that I do. I want to know then.
I will promise you that. Now that we know each other a bit better, I believe that we need to follow up on how we are meeting each other's expectations. Maybe once a month. Is that all right with you?
Definitely.
What do we do if we're off track according to each other's expectations between two conversations?
We say it as soon as possible.
When do you want to tell me about it? And when do you want me to tell you about it?
Immediately. There's no need to let a day go by.
How far or close are we from the goal of this meeting, meaning getting to know how to trust each other?
I know a lot now about you, and I think it will be easier to have you as a manager.
I believe I have a good sense of how I can be the best manager for you now, so you can expect me to do my very best from here. What do the colleagues in the team have to do for you to trust them?
It's more or less the same. Respect me as a responsible, hardworking person who knows what I'm doing. And let's have fun.
How will you tell them that? And how will you get to know what they expect from you?
I hope that I get a chance similar to what we just did.
How would you feel if I raised that question of trust on a team level?
That would be good. I believe we should do that once in a while. It will help us not to conflict on stupid things.
I'll do that then. Thanks for having this conversation with me. I really do appreciate it. It will be much easier for me to be your manager.
Me too.
Next step is to have a dialogue with the rest of the team members and call in for a meeting where mutual trust between team members are on the agenda. You can make a team meeting where people are sharing, or you can let the team members meet each other one-on-one. You can hand out the template, question frame to employees building mutual trust and let the employees coach each other.